Hello everyone. Here in this module we are going to see the application of the concepts of measurement of angles. In former word problems mainly we will see them. Let's start with one question as example. The angle of a quadrilateral are in AP and the greatest angle is 120 degree. Express the angles in radians. Now here we have seen in earlier lecture that how to convert from degree to radian and radian to degree. Here we have to apply the same concept. First of all, we think of the angles of quadrilateral in AP. As it was told in earlier classes that whenever four terms are in AP, you can consider the terms as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. Or you can apply the conventional concept also. You can take normally what we take as A plus D, A plus 2D and A plus 3D also. In those cases also you will get the answer. So I will tell you by both methods by the way. Let's suppose four angles of quadrilateral are given so. Then obviously this is the smallest term, the first term. And this is the biggest one. These are four angles. So we can say that these are four angles of the quadrilateral which we require. Now we are given the condition that the greatest angle being 120 degree. Therefore, we can say the greatest A plus 3D, this is equal to 120 degree. Equation number 1 in terms of A and D we have obtained. Next, we are told that these are the quadrilateral angles, that's why the sum of these angles should be equal to 360 degree obviously. Now, this is the only benefit of taking such pattern of angles, that this cancellation. Whenever you are adding all these four quantities, you are going to get them cancelled. So, we are having only A left in the expression. We are having 4A, this is equal to 360. As soon as we get it, A is equal to 90 degree. And taking the value of A, substituting in equation number 1, we get 90 plus 3D is 120, and solving, we obviously get D is equal to 10 degree. These two values we have obtained, but what is the basic purpose? The main purpose is to consider these A and D and to find their values in radian. So first of all, we will find them in degree. Therefore, angles are A minus 3D. First one will be A minus 3D. So this will become 90 minus 3 into 10 degree. It comes 30. Subtracted from 90 degree, we get 60 degree. Next, A minus D. So 90 degree minus 10 degree. It comes 80 degree. 90 plus 10, A plus D is the next one. So we get 100 degree. 90 plus 3D, 90 plus thrice of 10. So we get 120 degree. So this is a conversion. This is a degree. Okay. Now we have to convert them in radian. You can write here as a column, then radian. So 60 degree to be converted in radian. The same thing we are going to do. What? 60 degree multiplied by pi but divided by 180. 63s are. So we will get pi by 3. Similarly, 80 into pi by 180. We will get 4 pi by 9 radian. 100 into pi by 180. We get 5 pi by 9. 120 pi by 180, when you cancel it out, you see it is 2 pi by 3. By the way, these angles are having a pattern of AP. So let me tell you, here also you can catch the pattern. These are simplest form, that's why maybe you are not catching them, but let me tell you, this becomes like 3 pi by 9. 3 pi by 9, when you will simplify, you will get pi by 3. Next comes 4 pi by 9. Then comes 5 pi by 9. And surely this is 6 pi by 9. This is when cancellation is taken. So we get 2 pi by 3. Otherwise these are in fixed pattern. 3 pi by 9, 4 pi by 9, 5 pi by 9, 6 pi by 9. Okay, so this way we can get it. But that is an additional thing, not a compulsion. By the way, this is one thing, one method we have followed. Now we are going to see the next one. As I said, depends whether you know this fact or not. If you don't know, obviously you will take what? You will consider four angles as A plus D, A plus 2D, and A plus 3D. The biggest one, A plus 3D, we will get 120 degree without any confusion. But we are given that the sum of these four will be 360 as they are angles of quadrilateral. So A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, these all will make the sum to be 360. Simplifying, this is 4 times A plus 3 into 5, 6D, this is 360. Solving we get 2A plus 3D, this is 180 degree. Now equation number 1 and 2 by linear equation method can be solved and still we get the values of A and D, and the same thing we can obtain. Okay, solving we get, if I write equation number 1 applying elimination method, I'll get the subtraction, we cancel it out. A comes 60 degree in this condition. Don't get confused. Here A was something else other than this one. Okay, here A is the first term, the smallest angle. Now A, as soon as we get 60, you can use any of the equations to get D. From first we can get D as 60 plus 3D 120. Solving you will get D is equal to 20 degree. Now very easy to say. First angle A 60 degree. Second angle is A plus D 80 degree. And next will be 100, and obviously last is 120. The conversion radian will be same as it is. So these are two things we can follow to solve this equation. So more problems we see to understand it better. Let's see next. Here in second question, we are going to find the magnitude of interior angles of a pentagon. This also is to be done in radian. Okay, additional statement I will write. We need in radian. These are the basic questions, but one thing I see, you must have the knowledge from other classes, like here the concept simply given pentagon. You must know what is pentagon. It's a 5-sided polygon. One thing. Other thing, we will use it here. Pentagon, a 5-sided polygon taken. If I say regular pentagon, then obviously this is about all angles equal. So here we are asked to find about regular pentagon. We need to find for regular pentagon the interior angle measure. Now let me tell you, if pentagon we discuss, then there are 5 interior angles, 5 exterior angles, 5 sides are there, 5 vertices are there. Okay, and one formula. This formula we use as sum of the interior angles, sum of the interior angles of a polygon with n sides. This you must know. Suppose there is a polygon of n sides, then sum of all the interior angles is given by n minus 2 into 180 degrees. It's from earlier classes and it's from 8th standard. Okay. So this we have seen, like we are talking about the angles of pentagon, then obviously here we can find it out. This will be 5 sides, n equal to 5. So therefore the sum of all the angles will be 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. So it comes 540 degree. Now next, we are supposed to find the magnitude of interior angles of pentagon in radian. So what we have to do, as sum is 540, we are talking about regular pentagon, that's why each interior angle each interior angle. That will measure 540 degrees sum divided by 5. As I said, in regular all the angles are equal. Okay, so when I divide, I find this is 108 degree. The only thing we need to convert in radian. So in radian we will write it's a 108 into pi divided by 180. 365 and this is 3 so finally we get 3 pi by 5 radian. And as in the beginning I said, you can put C here to show it is in radian we have obtained. Okay, so this is magnitude of each interior angle of a pentagon in radian conversion. So these are basic questions. Now we will move slowly towards applications from environmental problems. Let's see. As in third question, you see the number of sides of two regular polygons. Regular polygons is already explained. The regular polygon means those polygons in which sides are all sides are equal, all angles are equal. They are regular polygons. The number of sides of two regular polygons are as 5:4. Means if you take the ratio between them, first polygon is suppose n sides and second is m sides. N is to m is given as 5:4. And the difference between the interior angles is pi by 20. First thing, pi by 20 is given in terms of pi. I told you in earlier lecture when no unit is given and pi is given, for sure it is in radian. Okay. And difference between interior angles means when you take one interior angle of first polygon, subtracting the interior angle of second polygon, the difference will come as pi by 20. Find the number of sides of the polygon. First thing, as I see, the students are comfortable with degree pattern. That's why you can write pi by 20 degree first. So how to make it? As I said earlier, I put the value of pi directly. 180 divided by 20, we will get 9 degree. So this difference is 9 degree actually. Now, as our target is to find the number of sides of these polygons, so we will consider first the number of sides be x and y. We have taken. Okay, but as a ratio is given, so better to take along with the ratio. In pattern of ratio, what we will write? 5x and 4x. I think this will be more convenient for a student. As a ratio is given 5:4, so we can take one common factor x in them, 5x and 4x. This will be the number of sides in them. Okay. Now number of sides in this pattern we follow. Then recently I told you in the question that sum of all the interior angles of a regular polygon is by formula n by 2 into 180 degree. Therefore, we see that measure of each angle, this also can be written as a formula n minus 2 into 180 divided by n. Obviously, all angles are equal, sum is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. So divide this sum by n. So we will get the measure of each interior angle. This can be used as the formula directly. Now we are told that two polygons are given with 5x and 4x sides. So therefore, measure of interior angle in first polygon, we will find 5x minus 2 into 180 divided by 5x, and in second polygon we find 4x minus 2 into 180 divided by 4x. We have obtained the measure of the difference between their interior angles is pi by 20, which was equal to 9 degree. So we have obtained these two. So we can write 5x minus 2 into 180 degree upon 5x minus 4x minus 2 into 180 degree upon 4x as 9 degree. We have obtained. Now only thing we need to, this is simplifying. Let's start. This first of all, as I see, this x is common here, and cancellation of 5 with 180 will make it 36, and here this 4 will cancel out being 45, and this x is common, so we can write this as x LCM. Here we get 36 multiplied to the bracket 5x minus 2 and 45 as 4x minus 2 in bracket in multiplication. Right hand side value 9. Okay. Now this cancellation actually makes it simple. The x can be shifted right hand side. Here this 36 and 45 will be multiplied in the bracket respectively. So we get 36 5s are. It is 180x, 2 is 72, 45 4 is. With minus sign we are doing, don't forget, that's why we have to change the sign of bracket. We get 180x and plus 90 equal to 9x, this x multiplied to 9. We see that there is a cancellation of these two terms. We are left with 90 minus 72. 90 minus 72 comes 18 equal to 9x, and obviously x equal to 2. As soon as we get x equal to 2, we know that number of sides are 5x and 4x. Therefore, required number of sides will be 5 into 2, and 4 into 2 means 10 and 8. This is the required number of sides in polygon. I hope you have understood. Now we will take next question. Now this question, next fourth we have taken. Find a degree measure of the angle subtended at the center of circle of radius 100 cm by an arc of length 22 cm. Concept is about a circle where you are given the radius as 100 cm, and we are told that there is an arc of length 22 cm which subtends an angle at the center. If C is the center I consider, so subtending the angle at the center here means that when we draw two rays such a way that they are ending at the extremities of the arc, these two, we join like AB is the arc, we join the points A and B to the center, then angle formed between these two radii. This we have to obtain. This is the question mark. Now this is actually not a new concept, but this year what we can do. Sorry, we can relate this to the concept seen in previous year. What was that? Let's start here. Last year we stand here, you have seen if R is the length, theta is the angle at center, L is the length of the arc, then we write this as L equal to theta upon 360 degree into 2 pi r. I hope you know it very well. But this year now we have seen this 360 degree in terms of radian. 360 degree in terms of radian will be written as 2 pi. So if I replace 360 degree by 2 pi, then this 2 pi to 2 pi cancelled out. We are left with L equal to r theta. This becomes a new relation in L, R and theta. Length of arc is L, R is radius of the circle, theta is angle subtended at the center. We have to be careful when we are using this one formula, then always theta to be used will be in radian. Then only we can use this formula, or otherwise you can go to the previous one which you have seen in 10th standard. So by the way, L equal to r theta we use here. According to the information, we are given L as 22, R is given as 100, we need theta. So if I use it, I find L equal to r theta, replacing L by 22, R by 100, theta will be obtained, theta comes 22 by 100. Now from this equation, as we are obtaining this angle in terms of radian, according to the condition I said, this is in terms of radian. So you can write in radian or you can express in degree also. It's come 2 11s and 2 50s. So it is 11 upon 50 radian. But suppose in some question it is mentioned that we need to find, yes, a degree measure of the angle, so we have to. It's not mentioned, then you can stop it here. But we have to convert in degree. So now conversion in degree we will do. This is 11 upon 50 radian. It is 11 upon 50 into 180 divided by pi. To convert in degree, we have to multiply by 180 and divide by pi. Put the value of pi as 22 by 7. 7 comes up. Now cancellations, 2 ones and it is 11 2s are 2 ones and 90s are. So finally we get 63 by 5. Now it converts in degree. And as in earlier lecture I have told you how to convert a fraction in the subdivisions. So we can write this as by division. 12.6 degree finally. And if you wish you can convert this in subdivision also, but as not mentioned I suggest you to stop it here. So this will be final answer 12.6 degree. I hope you have got it. But be careful with that this equation. I have explained you a concept. Okay, so this will be used in more equations. Fifth question. Find the length at which a distance of 5280 meter will subtend an angle of 1 minute at the eye. This is the position of eye we can take. At this eye, we need an angle of 1 minute. We are told that find the length at which at a distance of 5280 meter. We have to grasp the equation very well. Angle will be 1 minute subtended at eye. This distance is given 5280 meter and we have to find the length which subtends. So we are talking about the length, means we are talking about the arc actually. This is the arc, this will be radius and this is the angle theta required. So we are using the same concept of previous equation. This is L, this will take R and this is the value of theta. Okay, here L is unknown to us. I will use formula L equal to R theta. But I said that theta used here is in radian, that must be in radian, because we have opted this because of radian conversion only. So what we are going to do, this theta is given as 1 minute. We will first convert this in radian. 1 minute can be written as 1 upon 60 degree. Further in radian will be written as 1 upon 60 into, we need to convert in radian, so pi by 180. We get pi divided by 10800. This is final form of radian. Okay. As soon as we get theta in terms of radian, this value we can use in L equal to R theta. L is the equation, R is already been 5280 into theta is pi divided by 10800. The only thing which is left is cancellation. Now L, as we are finding the arc length, so you can use, if not mention anything, you can use pi also for answer, or you can put the value of a pi as either 22 by 7 or 3.14. By the way, here if we simplify, then I will do the cancellations and will write the final answer. After a cancellation, I see this in form of pi you will get 22 pi by 45, or when you put the value of pi as 3.14, after solving this completely, we are having 1.535 meter. Okay, so this is the final answer, and not mentioned you can put this also. Now, in next question, this question, a wheel makes 360 revolutions per minute. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? This question is from NCERT. It says that in 1 minute it completes total 360 revolution. As we know that one revolution is about one circumference. Okay, the complete complete circumference made by the wheel. Okay, so 360 revolutions are given for 1 minute. Our purpose is to find the radians, and how many radians does it turn in 1 second, means that what is the angle subtended by the circumference at the center in 1 second. Okay, this we have to do. In radian we need to find this angle. Obviously time is given, so we have to relate all these facts. As I see that I was speaking that 1 revolution, this is equal to circumference. Now when we complete 1 circumference, what is the angle subtended at the center? In 1 complete round, obviously it is complete revolution, angle at the center is 360 degree. So therefore we can write 1 revolution, this is equal to 360 degree. But as we are going to see the concept in circle, and maybe we are going to use L equal to I theta, so convert this in pi. We need already this in radian. So 1 revolution, this will be equal to 360. If you know directly, you put that. Otherwise 360 degrees given. So we can convert this in pi as 180 into pi, we get 2 pi. 180 will divide, pi will be multiplied. So 1 revolution is giving us 2 pi. How many revolutions are there? 360. This is first relation which is helpful. In 1 minute, what is the number of revolution? 360 revolutions are there. Okay. In 1 minute 360. We need to find in 1 second. So 1 minute actually is equal to 60 minutes. 60 minutes. So this is 60 minutes, which will give us 360 revolutions. If I want to find in this 1 minute we are given, okay, 60 seconds it will be. This will be taken as 60 seconds. Now we need to find in 1 second. So this will become 1 second equal to 360 divided by 60 revolution. So here we get 6 revolution. So 1 second it is equal to 6 revolution. Now only thing which is left to convert that in degree, as we have already seen 1 revolution is equal to 2 pi. So 6 revolution obviously equal to 6 into 2 pi, which will give you an angle of 12 pi radian. Okay. So in 1 second this turns by 12 pi radian at the center. I hope this is understood to you. Now this we are going to take as the last question of the module. I have taken this question from I.D. Sharma, refresher. Here it says, the find the distance from the eye at which a coin of 2 cm diameter should be held so as to conceal the full moon whose angular diameter is 31 minutes. Actually, the problem in this question is interpretation, that how to interpret. Here, first of all, we will show the position of eye here. Okay, let's told to us that the full moon, suppose we consider this much. First of all, I will explain you the angular diameter. Angular diameter means if the angle is subtended by the moon at the eye, this angle will be 31 minutes. It's a condition. And this is to be taken obviously along diameter. This will be diameter of moon. Further, we see the question is asking that at which distance we should place a coin so that the coin can hide this moon completely. So there are positions we can hide from here, we can hide from here, we can hide from here. So it depends. So that what will be the distance. So we have to consider a place where we can think of putting the coin in between. Like suppose the coin is here. We are told that the diameter of this coin is 2 cm. Now actually whenever we use such concept for very large diameter or very small diameter, then in those cases it's we can consider this to be a curve. The bending is negligible. Okay, for that moment we can consider this to be like an arc. Actually the concept has to be brought here. So here we are given the angle subtended at the eye is 31 minutes. we are asked for the distance between I and the coin. Distance between I and the coin. This distance we need to find. This is a question. So that this can hide the moon completely. This was interpretation. So for this moment, what we are given, if I draw this separately, if I consider this to be diameter, it is 2 centimeter. This distance we need, obviously in the figure this will play the role of the radius of the circle, and this angle, this is theta, which is 31 minutes. Now also, as this is the arc, as I am taking this diameter to be arc, so here this distance will be radius, don't forget, okay. So we basically need this arc, okay. Now this is the value of L. Theta is 31 minutes, and as I said in the formula, L equal to R theta. L equal to R theta. If I use theta, must be in radian. So we will convert this in radian as 31 minute is given. So divide first by 60, making this in degree, and further 31 by 16 to write it pi by 180 to convert in. Now, after putting that as 31 pi, it comes 108 00. Here, this value of theta we can use here. L equal to 2 centimeter. R we need to obtain 31 pi. It's 108 00. So R comes 2 into 108 00 divided by 31 pi. And as we need R in terms of centimeter, meter, so that's why I put the value as 2 into 108 00 into 7. We'll turn as 31 into 22. It comes in 11 za. So finally R is equal to, we get 756 00 divided by 341. Let's see what we get in decimal form. Otherwise this can be written as decimal centimeter. Okay, and to convert it in meter, we can divide it by 100. So we get 756 by 341 meter. Now when we divide, let's see, this will be 2 meter around. So this will be 2.2 meter approx. So this way, this we can write as the radius, this distance required between the coin and the eye. So these are the things, like this was completely different. So every time you have to interpret the equation and accordingly you have to solve. So I hope this much number of questions is enough to understand the concept better. Thank you.